it's Carrie Mason, and I'm here to show you how to make this cute tag for your Christmas gifts this year with my digital studio too. So let's get started. Okay, so you can see that I already have it done, but I'm going to show you how I created it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to just delete everything. Okay, so now we have a blank slate. So what I did is I went to File, New Projects, Cards and Tags, and then the tag that's 2.5 by 4, and I believe it's a quarter. So I'm going to come up here to Insert, Global Search and Add. I'm going to deselect the punches, stamps, and embellishments because I just want backgrounds right now and type in Christmas. I go ahead and insert. I'm going to close this out, and then I'm going to take the little gray box and drag it down to cover the entire tag. So that's going to be our bottom layer. Next, insert background paper, cardstock, Whisper White, add as a page layer in a little bit to it's about the size I wanted on the page. So you can see over here where the little boxes are, that means that's what you're working with. So we're going to go ahead and bring it in like so. And then I'm going to come down because this is editing it as a photo. So it's thinking that this cardstock we added is a photo. And the way I know that is over here in the Design Center it says Photos. So I'm going to select Photo Shape and I'm going to make it a oval. And then I'm going to do Matte, Change, Real Red. If you hover over the color, it'll show you the color. Alright, and then I'm going to go to Global Search and Add, type in 2. Well, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and deselect punches and backgrounds, and I'm going to put 2. And then it's going to come up with everything that has 2 in it. So here's the 2 from A Cute Christmas. And then I'm just going to go ahead and left click and drag it up here and then just make it a little bit smaller. Then I want to go ahead and Global Search and Add, and I'm going to put Stocking. If I wanted to narrow it down, I could just say Stamps, but here's the Holly Jolly Stocking. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. Then I'm going to bring it down to about here. Then I'm going to Global Search and Add again, my favorite feature because it's everything in one spot. You don't have to hunt for it. I'm going to type in String. And it's going to bring up the things that have string in it, and I want the tree trimming string. I'm going to close that, and because that's the top layer, I'm going to put it right over here on top of the stocking. Now I'm going to left click on the to and from, hit my shift key and pick up that oval, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring that to the front, and therefore the little stocking hanger, so to speak, is behind there. The next thing I want to do is come over here to my 1 1/4 inch square, and I'm going to bring it over here. And I'm going to bring 2 of them, but first I'm going to take this one and I'm going to make it the size to go into this stocking. So I can go ahead and bring it over here, and then I'm going to rotate it just a little bit so it'll fit right in there. I'm going to just bring it in like so. Bring it out just a little bit. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to color fill it with Whisper White. And then we're going to go right click and send it backward. I'm going to send it backward a couple times. There's another way you can do this just a little bit quicker, but for this purpose I like that option for this. Then I'm going to take my little 1 1/4 inch square. I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to kind of size it the way about the size I want. And then I'm going to go up here to Global Search and Add. Take out punches, backgrounds, and Merry Christmas. I actually think the item I selected was an embellishment, so I'm just going to scroll down really quick. Okay. A Very Merry Christmas, and you can see that it's absolutely huge, right? Take that square in this gray area here, and I'm just going to go ahead and bring it down to about here, and you can see the squares right here, and that's okay because we're going to put it right there. And then I can come back to my punch and kind of bring it out a little bit and kind of size it for my saying. And if I want to do the embellishment a little bigger, oops, I'm not going to do that yet. I can bring this off and I can bring it out just a little bit more, which I think I want to do. I want it a little bit bigger. And then I can just click behind it, and you can see whatever you're working on has all those little gray squares in it. So since we're there, we're going to go over here to the Design Center, and you can see that it's treating this as a punch, and we're going to mat it. Select the old olive. And I put it up to about a 6, because I think it looks really cute. And then double clicked on the A Very Merry Christmas to You, the zoom button. And that brings it up a little bit closer so you can decide how you want to color it in. Now I brought it down to 10, and I'm selecting Real Red, and I'm doing a Very Merry, and then I want to bring it up just a little bit because otherwise I'll be here all day with Christmas. Okay, and do Old Olive. Bring this down just a little bit, 2, and do a Very Merry. Then we're going to do the Marina Mist in Merry. And just think about how cool this is. Like, you could like make it look like there's paint dripping down the Merry. I think that's really a cool item. I just love making things look cool like that. So I just think it's kind of a neat little creative touch if I wanted to do that on a certain project. You in the Marina Mist as well. And again, if you get a little bit on the other color, ooh, excuse me, then you just come back in and you just go ahead and fix it. Alright, so then we have A Very Merry Christmas to You. And then with the stocking, I want to do the same thing. Go ahead and double click on it. And I'm going to bring this up all the way, well, up to there, so I have a big brush size, and I'm going to color it in Real Red. Zoom in. And I want to bring this down to here, and I'm going to do the Old Olive. The Old Olive, and I apologize, I don't know why my cursor is jumping around like that. That's really kind of annoying. So I apologize for that. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Okay, and then I'm just fixing it with the Real Red here. And then if you see any black, this is a good time to go in there and fix that too. Just scroll down, make sure you didn't miss anything. So we're going to say OK. And then we're going to do something really cool, because remember we have our square behind there, so we're going to do a drop shadow. We're going to bring it up to about 75%. Then when I bring it up here, look, it gives that really a cool dimension. So that's how I did this really cool tag. Now, something that's really cool on the back of the tag is you don't want it white, because right now if you go down to 2 here in this little bar area, it's just white. So what I recommend doing is you just come here and you right click and insert duplicate page. And then you can go ahead and select number 3 and delete that page. And just make sure, see it says page 2. No, I don't want to do page 2. I want to make sure that page 3 is selected and then delete the page. Page 3, yes, I want that one gone. So it's really important to do that, because I didn't do that once and I deleted a page that I had worked on and it wasn't a duplicate page, so that was kind of a sad thing. Okay, so one thing I noticed that I didn't do is I didn't color in the background. I was wondering why it looked kind of weird. So I'm just moving off the Merry Christmas there, and I'm selecting the box, and I'm going to select Color Fill, Whisper White, and then I'm going to left click on the embellishment and just move it back up there. And there we go.